Hey, Obias checking in here. So I recently watched the Oppenheimer movie that was directed by Christopher Nolan, and it was an interesting slow burn with a lot of dialogue. The film gives an inside look at the development and aftermath of the atomic bomb by following its creator, J. Robert Oppenheimer, showcasing the first time a nuke was ever detonated during a test in a New Mexico desert. The explosion was so realistic that it's hard to believe absolutely no CGI was used to recreate it, leading many fans to believe it could have been an authentic atomic explosion. I looked into it, and Christopher Nolan explained that they created the explosion using an old movie trick known as forced perspective. Forced perspective is an optical illusion technique that uses space between two objects to create interesting or unusual relationships between them that manipulate a viewer's perception of space and distance between the objects in cinema and photography. It's used to make people or objects look smaller, larger, or closer than they really are. A dope example of this is that popular tourist photo people take appearing to hold up or post up next to the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The angle of the shot and the distance of the person and tower from the camera is what makes the realistic optical illusion trick a person into perceiving the situation, though it isn't exactly what it seems. In Oppenheimer, filmmakers filmed a small explosion up close to create an optical illusion that the explosion was more colossal than it really was. The film's special effects supervisor, Scott Fisher, told Sci-Fi that we do them as big as we possibly can, but we do reduce the scale so it's manageable. It's getting it closer to the camera and doing it as big as you can in the environment. Also, according to Scott Fisher, a life-size replica of the atomic bomb was created for filming, but the explosion was created using a bomb filled with an experimental mixture of gas and propane to create a large bang. Then black powder, aluminum powder, and magnesium flares were added to the mixture to create the blinding flash of light and a dynamic red plume of dust and fire that rises in the air after a nuclear blast in the form of a mushroom cloud. After the explosion, they layered the different frames of shots over one another in an editing software to create a visual experience similar to the real atomic explosion. Nolan expressed that they took this route because CGI wouldn't feel real enough to scare the audience because it's comfortable to look at. In his words, I find CGI is rarely able to grab you, Nolan told Empire magazine during an interview. It tends to feel safe. Even if it's impressive and beautiful, it's difficult to make you feel danger, and we were presenting the ultimate danger. We needed it to feel threatening, nasty, and frightening to the audience. He was right, cause that explosion scene was the bomb. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about Oppenheimer in the comments below. I'ma run it 2.5 mics. To me, it was a boring history lesson, but the visuals in that atomic bomb test scene were phenomenal. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you like and subscribe. I have movie related content dropping every week, so lock in with me by hitting that like and subscribe button, and I'm gonna get up with y'all on the next video, alright? Holla at me. I came from uptown, way uptown. I came from uptown, way uptown. I came from uptown, way